Alright. Should be live on Twitch. Some Monster Hunter Freebie Night, or Freebie Night, excuse me, Portable 3rd. This is not Freebie Night. Not even a little bit. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and keep going with our every weapon on every monster weapon challenge. Okay, everything is all set. We're gonna start off with some lance. I farmed up some guard decorations yesterday so that we can have guard +1 in this set now, in addition to attack small and weakness exploit, so should make a difference there. Let's pull off some counters on beefier attacks. Forget if I was trying to craft anything else. I don't think so. Yeah, I am both in the mood to keep going with our weapon challenge and just take the time out to craft various interesting elemental weapons, just because that's fun. Crafted the Ignactor Lance yesterday, which is kind of fun. It's a very pretty lance. Not going to be using it because it doesn't have a slot, but really good affinity, decent sharpness. It spins when you charge, which is cool. Now we're going to be going with the Usurper's Coming. Okay, and what should we fight first? I also did unlock the urgent Nargacuga quest, which is nice. What is we fought? Yeah, with Lance. Haven't fought Ludroth with Lance, Purple Ludroth, Kurpeko, Jaggy, or Baroth. Let's start off with Baroth. I want to try out these guard decorations. You know, he's not really weak to Thunder, but this is the Lance we're rolling with for its slots. I suppose we could take the time to craft up the Carbolite Lance. I don't really feel like it. At least not yet. At least we're not running out of honey. I'm pleased about that. This isn't Freebie Night. We don't need to do honey runs all the time. Okay. We have everything we need. Oh, need to eat. And then probably take our own cool or hot drinks depending on what time of day it is. Seeing as this is a high rank quest. And there will not be supplies provided for us. Trying to fix a green screen issue. I think I got it sorted. And then this is taking place during the daytime, so we'll bring some cool drinks just in case. We want to be caught without those. Alright, let's see how these guard decorations work. I wonder what kind of a difference that will make in our ability to counter his attacks. Since our last Portable 3rd stream, I did go ahead and upgrade this armor just a little bit. I think last time we had less than 100 defense, now we have 138, which isn't a crazy amount or anything, but it'll make us a little more tanky. go find Baroth. I think he usually starts off in kind of the center area or the mud pit, so we'll head over there. This might go to underground, yeah. We'll get there the roundabout way, I suppose. Yeah, in farming up these guard decorations that we now have in the set. Fought a couple Baroths last night with Lance. Most of the attacks were blockable and counterable, but there were a couple that left us just in a state of knockback, so it'll be interesting to see how that changes now that we have guard up. Or not guard up, but guard +1. See if it makes this matchup a little better for Lance. Yeah, definitely. Able to counterattack that charge a lot faster. I didn't bring any cleanser, so we should probably just back off the guard. Quite safe. Same thing here. Even when you bring cleanser, it's probably best to just back off while he's doing that. Use it as a chance to heal or sharpen or whatever. What's he gonna do to us? Nothing. Nice Baroth. Oh well. Use that 3rd gen edition in the guard advance. Really useful. 3rd gen is easily probably the best improvement to Lance ever in the series. Save for maybe World. So many options added between countering and guard advancing. Now in Try, that really was broken because you could spam the triangle combo and then finish it off with a counter. It's kind of an infinite with a nice safe opening for damage at the end, or an opening to block damage at the end. In Portable 3rd, they changed that so you can't have a counter come out after the 3rd poke of your triple combo, which is too bad. But a little understandable. Just means you have to be mindful, not do that triple poke unless you're sure there's not going to be an attack incoming. Like standing back here, I think, when they use that mud attack. Oh. Even when you're standing there blocking, you don't always get to block those mud bombs. Hello, Nova. Welcome. Good morning. Happy Sunday. We just started not long ago. 5 minutes ago, probably. Trying out guard +1. Farmed up the decorations to get a hold of it in this set. How's your weekend been, Nova? I hope you've been well. I was very worried about my PS3 when we booted this up this morning. I don't know if you guys have ever booted up a console or a computer and just had something going very wrong with the math behind the graphics, but everything was jumping around, like the character's model was spazzing out, like it was not constrained by 3D space anymore. It was a little concerning. Oop. Should have been ready to counter there. Ooh. Oh, are we dead? We're dead. That's too bad. Twice there, I shouldn't have bounced when I did. Or I shouldn't have attacked and bounced like I did. It's okay, that's what you get for your warm-ups. And something very unique to 3rd gen Baroth of just, hey, get used to this guy. He smacks you around. I don't think he was in for Ultimate at all. Only added back in with Generations Ultimate's G rank. I remember being surprised at how orange he was. I guess 3rd gen was also the first generation to add this new Brute Wyvern skeleton as well. So for, I think, most people, Baroth's probably the first Brute Wyvern they ever fought. Makes sense they would make him tough. I usually have a hard time with Brute skeletons. Just in general, the way they move around and the way a lot of their attacks are up off the ground is a little bit trickier for me, I think. I've noticed that theme, whether it's Devil Joe or Anjanath or I guess Baroth here. A little bit trickier. Mud off his arms. What's he gonna do? Oh, we should sharpen. Bummer. He's gonna try and sheath and get away to sharpen there, but no avail. The mud was too strong for me. Hello, Plasmodium. Thanks for the host. Good morning to you, too. Hope you're well today. We're lucky he just walked right over us there. Hope everyone's had a nice weekend. Doing okay, daylight savings. When did that go into effect? Like, has it happened yet? Is it about to? I can't believe I still don't really understand how that works, even I guess 20-some years later. It was last night? Okay, so it already happened. Bummer. Oh, maybe I stayed up like extra late last night. I don't know. Set clock's 1 hour forward. They changed my PSP's clock. Doubt it does it automatically. Was it back? No, it was. We got an hour back, so I think it was set the clock's back. Ouch. Fall backwards, spring forward. Thank you. Oh, there's a Jaggy here. Are we gonna do some Generations Ultimate hunts? Yeah, eventually. I have too many games going on right now. But I feel the call to play all of them. Like, I'd love to, like, there have been days where I wanted to play 4 Ultimate or play Generations Ultimate. It's just too much. When I get more than maybe 2 or 3 games going at a time, it's just, I don't know, I can't even think about, like, well, do I want to play this game or this game? I get kind of, like, paralyzed by choice. So we might do Generations Ultimate in, like, in, like, a year. That's one of the games where I played, that's the game I got into the series, just with Generations, and then Generations Ultimate after that. So I've already played quite a good deal of it. Not the whole thing. I haven't really farmed up any of the deviants, or I haven't done G rank in Gen Ultimate. So we still have a lot to go through, but it's one of the games that I feel like I'm probably gonna wait to return to for a little while. I shouldn't have attacked there. I don't really want to waste another dung bomb on this Jaggy. Oh, this area is cursed. Yeah, this is cursed. Let's go ahead and let's actually dung bomb the Baroth and get him out of here. I don't want to be here. Let's go, Baroth. Doing great. Waking up and starting to make breakfast. Nice. I did that a little bit ago. I had some breakfast and did some chores around my apartment. Now here we are. Is breakfast coffee different from night coffee? No, I have the same kind of coffee. Either way. Just make it pour over style. waiting for this guy to leave. I really don't want to fight him here with all the Rhinopolos and the Jaggy. There we go. Cool. Good, good, good. Let's get out of here. Was rusted in the morning and dripped fresh boiling water into your drip. The coffee's burnt, but you're drinking it anyways. Yeah, that's rough. It's something that most people don't know and most people don't tell you is like, hey, wait like just like 30 seconds or so after the boil is done. But you're drinking anyway, yeah. When you make a mistake with the coffee, unless it's like really a catastrophic mistake, it's usually worth it to just drink it. Definitely still getting a handle on Portable Third's Lance. There's some parts of it that feel really nice, like that you can counter for the first time in a classic game, and you get the guard advance. But it's also pretty strict about its evade timings. They don't let you delay your input for your evade very long after a poke. So it's a little harder to do evade lance. And there's an ogre here, looks so good. Hop seems so slow for this. Kind of. I don't know. The hops themselves feel pretty normal to me. World's hops with Lance feel bizarre to me. They just feel like really short and stumpy and not useful and not very like. Look at that bouncy Jaggy. Oh jeez. Okay, great Jaggy. I see you. Not very crisp. I don't know. They feel not very useful to me in World, at least by default. I feel like you might have to gem in some evade extender for them to feel a little better. Dude, I'd be mad too if a random great Jaggy showed up and just clocked me in the face. Wow. I'm gonna dung bomb the bear off again. So I guess I could have input a counter there, and the counter has a longer window than me waiting to pull off the counter does. We're still in low rank armor, which I guess I hadn't really realized because I haven't done it too much, but I hadn't realized how much it really is a challenge if you stick with your low rank armor in a high rank of these games. They beat you up pretty good. There we go. Ah, he's going off that direction. I think we might need a cool drink for that area. Yeah, the hop distance being low in World just, to me, further incentivizes using Guard Lance over Evade Lance. Evade Lance just doesn't really have any place in World. It's kind of a bummer. That was something that was kind of cool about Lance in these older games, is you could kind of choose if you want to spec more for evasion or counters. Or guard, I guess. Nice. Let's go for that tail. Oops. I hate when you do that, where it's like you go for a forward poke and it misses, so you go for an upward poke and they move and that misses too. Yeah, adding guard +1 to this armor set definitely helps with a hunt like this. There hasn't been any hit he's done to us so far that has knocked us into a knockback state, which is nice. That's what the goal was of adding it to. We're going to lose out on some damage in exchange for that, but I feel like we'll make up for it with being able to smoothly counter and block. But yeah, we'll try and switch it up between what weapons we're using today, not just Lance. I was just excited to try out the guard decorations I farmed up off screen. Cool. I need to sharpen, so I'm glad he's leaving. I almost made some high rank guard armor. I put together a mixed set. I didn't actually put it together, but I theory crafted a mixed set that would give us attack up M and guard +1 with high rank armor. Would have been useful. But opted to stay with this low rank gear instead. Weakness exploit and attack up large are hard to beat. Bummer. Hello Rock, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Happy to be playing some Portable 3rd for you guys. And just playing Portable 3rd in general. It's just cozy. I was surprised this past week at how many people were streaming 3rd gen. Like, you had Zebra doing free ultimate, Kanta, I think. No, not Kanta, but maybe Comfy doing a bunch of Portable 3rd. Other people as well, picking it up. There's a guy streaming free ultimate for like 150 people this morning in German. It makes me happy seeing all those people play 3rd gen. That phone is back. This quest is cursed, dude. Who knows how much more health we've got to deal with, too. I like the way when the Great Jaggy's here, the little Jaggies will bounce around like that. Something you don't see very often. Pretty chill guy streaming through Ultimate. He finished G rank and moved on to 4. Gotcha. What was his name? Or what were their name? Always interested to find more chill people. Too early. Mega Tadpole? Oh yeah, I've seen that guy. Yep. Saw him playing 3 Ultimate. Said he moved on to 4. Cool. Well, good for him. I hope he enjoyed his time in 3rd gen. That move is annoying. Yeah, that's something really nice about guard +1 is we are quick enough with the counter to actually hit him there out of his charge. Anytime you can take a monster is like, I don't know, sometime when you usually just been waiting around for them to do something and hit them instead feels really nice. "2020 rock climbing is going to be in the Olympics." I know. I'm excited about it. I'm also scared for my job. It's going to get crazy. Not in like a bad way, like I'm going to lose my job. Just like there's going to be so many new people checking out rock climbing because of seeing it in the Olympics. We've already had that happen a little bit because there was this movie last year that a bunch of people saw about rock climbing called Free Solo. So if just a movie has brought in tons more people, the Olympics are going to be pretty nuts. Speed climbing stuff is pretty insane. It is. We have one of those in my gym. I've tried it. I think my best time, I haven't tried it a lot. I've tried it a handful of times. I think my best time was just under 30 seconds, like 27 or 28. Finishing some essay of the font that you see every day. Is it an essay about typography? Because that sounds cool. Helvetica? Nice. Yeah, no, the people who are good at it can do it easily sub 10. Maybe not easily sub 10, but consistently sub 10. So my like, oh, 28 seconds is like not really all that fast. It's just fast for like a relatively normal person. Someone who's not a professional speed climber. That's this chat's font, Helvetica 9. Did they switch to Helvetica? They had a different one. I think they were on Arial before. I didn't realize they switched to Helvetica recently. There's some people streaming for Ultimate this morning as well. Yeah, I've noticed that over the last couple weeks, there's been a lot more people going back to the old games. That makes me happy. See you, Rock. Have a good day. Included ligatures. What is a ligature? Didn't actually see what direction Baroth went. Actually doesn't help all that much because there's a Jackie. I think he probably went out here. See how the line of the eye fills in the dot for the eye? Oh yeah, I like that. I like handwriting those ligatures. That's cool. I didn't realize that was something that was a feature in software. I also didn't know that was the word for that. So thank you. I like typography and writing a lot, so knowing that word makes me happy. I think he's mad, yeah. Missed the evade window there. Oh, Atrion time? Not anytime soon, Strax. We're still in the first rank of high rank because we're going through all the monsters. Baroth seems so hard in this. I mean, his hitboxes are just way more impressive. I mean, you just have to, I think if you want to fight him cleanly in this, you either have to have really good gear or you have to respect a lot of his moves a lot. I don't think you have to respect him as much in the world. I'm also using low rank armor against him, so that explains why he's hitting so hard. Ants, don't you dare get me hit by these. Thank you. Is he leaving again? Man, leaving a lot. We have defense down from the ants, lovely. Do the ants have a name? Aside just the ants? Aren't they like Alteroths or something? Sorry for the color on my webcam freaking out today. That's because I have, well, sunlight coming in a window that fluctuates a little bit. Hey, I remember the name. Alteroths. Nice. Please come out of the loading zone. Darn, I'm gonna try and counter that. This is also a Baroth that has multiplayer scaling for its HP, so it's taking us a little while to wear him down. I think the only option for you out of a guard advance is the triangle attack. You can't evade out of it. There we go. There's our limb. Almost half an hour, too. I'm glad. When he sleeps, does he actually lay down and sleep, or does he sleep down in the mud? I can't remember. I think he might sleep down inside the mud. I don't particularly want him to do that. Oh no, he actually sleeps on land. I forgot. Your professor gave you a list of the tiny, small thing you see in type but don't know what it is? Sure, go ahead and link it, especially if it's something you can link like that. I might recognize some of them, but I might not. I've never taken a class about typography or anything. I definitely would have if they had offered one at my high school, but since it was high school, they did not. Oh gosh, Fank is out. What are you doing? This is a bad idea, but I'm gonna go for it anyways. Not only did we bounce, Our weapon sharpness dropped, and now we're stunned. Rains it pours. Still on top of the mud, though. I thought he slept down in the mud, too. Is he enraged? He sure is. I think you have like a little Samus icon on your Zenogre shield. At least we got the sharpen off. Else we didn't get hit by that. You also don't seem to be able to guard advance in the middle of a combo. There's a lot of little weird eccentricities to portable third lance that make it feel a little weird to me. Not ultra fluid, but although I guess anything coming from World's Lance would be less fluid. You can't post pics here? What? I mean, is there a way to post pics on Twitch? I think you can post links. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think pictures, like, there's no way to post a picture in a chat on Twitch. Yeah, you can DM me then if you want to on Discord or here if you want to. Either one works. Hope we don't get hit by this. Almost. He does this so much. Hopefully not all of our careers will take this long against him. Although I guess it definitely does get you to see his moveset, get used to his moveset. That's the bright side of a fight like this. We'll try bear off. Well, portable third bear off. Shouldn't even healed. Will Black Dragon be the second DLC monster? People seem to think so. I don't know. I don't think there's really anything that really definitively leads to that. Like, like, there are definitely some nice renders being used for Fatalis and Electron, but I don't know. There's nothing to me that says that it has to be this next DLC monster that's one of them. Thanks, Nova. I think between the Black Dragons that we have access to, I would definitely like to see Electron more than Fatalis. I haven't fought either of them before, so it's kind of silly for me to say that, but Electron just seems way cooler than Fatalis to me. Fatalis seems old and janky. There we go. Literally one hit away. Boy. Oh well. Really long bear off clear. That's okay. Is there a Black Dragon in World / Iceborne? No, I don't think so. I don't think anything in the base game or Iceborne is something that's been classified as such. Nergigante is just an Elder Dragon. Shara and Xeno aren't Black Dragons themselves. No, there's nothing with that kind of threat has appeared in World yet. Oh, that is a lot. You're right. Oh my goodness, that is a lot. I'll have to look over that later. Okay. You're mean. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and cross that off of our list. Done high rank Feroth with Hammer and Lance now. So lots more clears to go. So we're gonna be fighting a lot of the lower tier monsters today. But trying to keep it varied, so swapping back and forth different weapon types. Next we'll probably do Ludroth. We can do it with, I don't know, longsword or sword and shield. Also, Kurapeko and Great Shaggy and Bold Drome available to us to fight. I think we'll do Ludroth next, though. I don't know. Why don't we switch up and do Hunting Horn? Haven't done Hunting Horn in a little while. Something a little varied. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad with Hunting Horn. Just gotta keep that attack up song. Wonder if I can easily gem in Horn Maestro. Might be able to. I'm glad we have such fun things to look forward to with Monster Hunter stuff right now. Both in terms of the new DLC coming up, and I'm just excited to play through this game and World, and I'm excited to play through Frontier for the time being. Just feels really nice having lots of varied experiences to look forward to. This game's coziness and kind of like good balance of old and new. World being so fluid and nice and new, and Frontier being so darn odd. Odd and interesting. It's just kind of a lot of variety to look forward to. I will say something interesting is playing through Frontier has made me appreciate Generations a little bit in how it kind of bridges the gap between main series and Frontier a little bit. It's a little more out there. You have weapon mechanics in that game and styles in Generations that are a little bit inspired by Frontier and let you take things a little more like wacky and specialized in terms of builds in a way that Frontier also kind of seems to let you do, while still being kind of wholly main series at the same time. It's interesting. This game has that nice balance, yeah. 3rd gen is special. Let's see. Psycho Serum. Need some more potions. Gen 2 is very grindy. Yeah, for sure. It is. I don't know. I think overall I prefer games that just have less of a RNG-based endgame. Just more of a, hey, here are some really tough fights. Go fight these fights. Alright, Hunting Horn. You kind of just realized how grindy Gem was? How so? Were you playing it recently, or did you just think about it and realize it? Only thing that keeps you going for Gen U is Valstrax. It's a good fight. If you haven't gotten to it yet, you definitely should. I feel like the Deviants, I mean, I haven't ground the Deviants up like some people have. I've fought a handful of them a handful of times. just like at the basic level. I haven't done the EX versions or anything like that, but I feel like the Deviants are something really fun just because they are such tough fights. Depending on the Deviant, I suppose. Some of them are less fun. From what I've heard. Some like Crystal Beard Uragon or Dread King Rathalos are less fun there. Okay. Let me look at our songs real quick. White, red, red. White, blue, blue. That's kind of it. Probably going to keep both of those up as we seem to be taking lots of damage from things in high rank. Alright, we ate. We need to accept request. Yeah, like I said, we unlocked that Nargacuga Urgent, but I don't really want to do it until we've done a good chunk of these low-level clears. Also, thank you to MHU Twitch, Shadow Rios, Dalek Tai, Jojo Josie, Orts, Alicio, Gecko, Young Mose, Crystal Time Gear, Sharon Kakashi, Transception, Lick the Lolly, and Plasmodium for the hosts. Very generous people. You played it on Citra and you're kind of burnt out now. There's just way too much content. Yeah, it's probably something that you want to do gradually. Okay, we'll try and get the other ones off later. Alright, want to hit the head. Hit the head. It's easy to just wail away at things with Hunting Horn, I feel like. I'm gonna try my best this hunt to try and hit the head as much as I can. Nice. Okay, let's do white, red, red. Just being very patient. Missed the head there. Turn, please. Too early. Again, a little bit too early there. Oh, missed it altogether. Whoop. There we go. At least we got the song off before we got hit there. I'll take that. Oof. That move's tricky. Still learning the angles on some of those. No, oh, I walked right into it. I don't know why those angles on attacks like that always freak me out so much, but they just do. Barely missed it. It's getting hit by everything. There it is. That was not the head. Oh, I didn't look to see if I could gem in Horn. Oh well. Horn is so much fun in 3rd gen. I really want the knockout. Didn't really get a whole lot of damage off there, but we did play some songs. This is so much fun. That attack's not fun, though. Okay, you can't roll out of recitals at all. I thought you could. Whoopsies. Oh no, I have no dung bombs either. All out. That might be something we need to do, is go on honey and dung runs. Find a good map to find a bunch of dung and honey on. You could probably get both of those from Misty Peaks. Ludroth leaving? He is. Good. I don't think we need to play any songs. We're just going to go ahead and pop a Might Seed, because I forgot to do that before. This is going okay. I really like Hunting Horn against Ludroth. This feels like fun. Oops. Oh, I forgot that the unsheathing attack is straightforward. Whoops. It's just such like, it's just long enough of a commitment. It feels so good when you nail a recital into a song. Kind of strange you haven't released the Monster Hunter movie trailer yet. It is a little weird. Do you think it's gonna get delayed? Ow. God darn it, the tail pushed me into the bubble. Oh well, we don't really need stamina that much anyways. He's leaving again already. Of course he is. I suppose we have a health boost song that I could play a bunch of times to get my health back up instead of using potions, but that's a little silly. There was a leak already, but still, yeah, I remember the leak. It is kind of weird, like when did they intend for that to come out? How are those emotes coming along? I'm waiting on the person who commissions our emotes. Or who we commission for the emotes. They were busy until November, so I guess I should follow back up. Maybe not wait for them to talk to me about it. You are excited? Me too. It would be really fun to have more emotes in chat besides just the butt and the pants. We've had the butt and the pants for so long. It's going to be a waterfall, I think. Or the butt and the pants. I'm talking about the coffee and the pants. Whoops. What are words? What were the suggestions? One of them I think is gonna. I think we have 3 new emote slots, which is crazy. Big thanks to everyone who subbed and gifted a bunch of subs. It's been a really generous month or two. I think one of them is going to be the thumbs up cat, but it's going to be a little drawn version of my cat, Affogato. Another one is going to be a Tigrex taking an angry sip of a coffee mug. Like, he's going to look upset, taking a sip. And then we haven't decided on the third one yet. I don't really have any ideas for the third one yet. Feels like this is kind of a little off the rails because of the Arzuros. It's really hard for me to deal with 2 high rank monsters in the same area. Didn't space that right for the head at all. Yeah, this is not too fun. A mad Tigrex, yeah. Because Tigrex makes me mad. So I feel like that's an appropriate monster to have taking the sip. well, we'll just be patient. Trying to get off simple attacks on the head, I guess, is all you can do. Uh-oh, our movement buff right now. Okay, that's important. Let's try and get this off. Got that. We just have to try and get off stray hits on the head when we can. Kind of like we're just getting off stray potion things. Play very patient. I think that's something that's pretty hard for me to do, is to play really patient like that. T-Rex sipping on this mug, and the mug has a scared face on it. Maybe. It'd be hard to do that, I think. Although I'm not the artist, so maybe I shouldn't worry about it. Yeah, that wasn't safe. Oh, now he's gonna do a jump at us, I think. No, he's just gonna waddle. Never mind. Okay, the Arzuros left. Cool. Let's get some more buffs up then. Whoops, wrong one. Doesn't matter. Believe in the artist? Me too. Jiren Kurapeko is a very good artist. That was an awful time to start a recital. Be smarter about these. Or just not go for this recital right now. Going to lurk now, gotta head out, have fun. Cheers, thanks. Thanks again for the host, Plasmodium. I hope you have a good rest of the day. Oh dear. That walk speed debuff, oof. I feel like I was doing such a much better job at the beginning of the fight about getting those buffs in without getting hit. Oh well. Yeah, the best horn, Rock Spider. Welcome back. Well, because we're having some issues getting songs off, I'm going to go ahead and encore this one right here, just so we don't have to worry about our movement at least. There's also absolutely no movement when you're playing a song. You can't turn, you can't anything. You're just rooted to the spot. Something that did not yet exist. that worked out well. That was not what I really meant to do there, but that worked out well. Nice. His head is in a rock. Oh well. I didn't realize the quick recital was in this game. I also didn't realize, I think, can you do any note as a poke? I don't think so. I think it's just that second red note you can do as the poke. So only your second red note song can you do as a as a quick recital. It's interesting to me. Oh, he didn't do the triple. Didn't do my due diligence and wait. OQ. It's hard to do with the hunting horn, dude. My reach is so small. Oops, walked right into that. Feels bad, man. Whew. Is it a guitar or a bass? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference just by visually looking at it. Oh, I'll be ordering those wrong. It's red, blue, white. For the health boost. I hate that attack. Oh, the Arzuros is back. Great. That's what I needed right now. Just be patient. Oh, Lord. Backslam is so stylish. It feels so nice, too. Bear, leave me alone. Hey, Arzuro, sometimes he makes the hunt messy. Yeah, I mean, I should have dung bombs with me, really, but I don't because I'm all out. Please go over to the waterfall. Nope, he's not gonna, because I'm in here. I should have let him go over there if I wanted an opening. Yeah, other monsters in my quest make me more frustrated than, like, maybe almost anything else in the game. Because I'm just an arena time attack only kind of guy. Not really, but jokingly. Just an arena time attack only kind of guy. Alright, what was it? Red, blue, white for health boost. That was lucky. Oh god, wrong way. Can't believe we can get hit for that. Wait, what? Oh, it just boosts your health. It doesn't heal you. I see. Okay. Oh, I see. Just realized this Ludroth is huge. Is he? I guess, yeah. Out of potions, monk ass. The Ludroth instant charge. A classic. Oops. Mistimed that just by a second there. Bummer. No, go away, bear. I don't want you here. Compared to the Arzros, it looked huge. The Arzros is just small. Go away. Something about Portable Third that I do find a little annoying is that I don't notice nearly as much in the other games is when you are physically running away from a monster, your stamina drains. Maybe it's just a placebo, and your stamina drains the same. But it definitely feels like when you're running away from a monster, your stamina drains like twice as fast or something. I can't tell if it's just the animation changes for your hunter, and that's kind of like what makes me feel like it drains quicker, or if it actually physically drains quicker when you're running away. I also don't know if that's a feature that's in other games. Time for heroics? No. Time to rest up at the camp and go back in. At one of the coziest camps. Like, think about how nice it would be to be a hunter and be like at this camp just right on this little plateau above the water. Probably be kind of cold, but maybe it wouldn't be so cold in the tent. There's a stove in there. It does drain twice as fast? Okay. That's what I thought. Is that a mechanic in all the games? It just feels so pronounced in Portable Third to me. It's the scene debuff? Okay. It feels so pronounced in this game. Lonely? I don't know. I guess I don't have any cats with me. Hey, Just Walter, it's good to see you. How are we doing? We're doing well. Playing lots of different Monster Hunter these days.
As the beat laments the world.
How have you been? Are you doing all right? No, we usually catch you right before you go to work. Or I guess since we're not streaming at night, maybe you're just coming home from work. All games, as far as you know? It just feels so pronounced in this game. I'm not sure why. Oh well, it's okay. Oh Lord, look how slow we are. Let's just play that real quick. Get that out of the way. Just doing something alright. Your washing machine just broke. Oh no! That's not fun. Both because then you have dirty clothes you can't wash, and they aren't particularly cheap to fix if I remember correctly. Sorry to hear that, dude. That's no fun. Whoops. Misread that. Thought he was going to turn. I like that it at least doesn't clear the notes off of your song queue if you don't actually get the recital. It's nice. Oh no. clothes soup. Time to use hands. I'm sure it's not as bad as people think it is. Like, I hand wash all my dishes and I don't mind it that much, but some people think that's crazy. So I'm sure clothes washing isn't that bad if you got used to it. I really wanted to roll through that, but it's just too big. Oh well. YouTube time to see how to wash clothes is just your hands. Might need some soap too. Oh, I misspaced that recital. Oh well. That's okay. Definitely teaching us to play Hunting Horn a little better this fight, which I think is fun. I really like the back slam. It moves you in such nice ways where you can evade out to the sides of almost... I don't know, it feels like it positions you in a way where you can get out of the way of a lot of attacks. Just watched that Walking Dead episode. I haven't seen Walking Dead in so long. I have like vague memories of someone probably like dying while washing clothes or something. Oh, the whiff. Dude, these fights are taking so long. I don't really mind it, because I mean, like, if the whole game was super fast, it would be a bummer, because there's no G rank to get to. We're just making high rank feel like G rank. Just using all low rank weapons and low rank armor right now. We'll have to switch it up eventually and craft some of the high rank weapons. Even the ore ones are probably preferable to the stuff we're rocking, unless they're really weak to element. Which is something I guess I just didn't realize about the different thresholds of quests. You should watch it while eating lunch. Yeah, I was really into it in high school. I would like download it and put it on my laptop and like watch it at school. Is that a limp? Might have been. Sure, why not? There we go. Hello, Basil Boy. Yeah, welcome. Early stream today. There we go. Hope you had a nice weekend, Basil Boy. Hope everyone did. That's a hunting horn? It is indeed a hunting horn. It does look kind of like a switch axe. This is the Zinogre guitar. A beloved weapon by all. Didn't seem bad to wash them by hands. Guess you're doing that now. Take care. Cheers, Walter. Good luck. Hitting the head at this point. Should be, though. Oh. Feels bad. You fall so fast. Beloved weapon, aka this better be an Iceborne or we riot weapon. Well, it is an Iceborne. They just made the stats suck. But yes, that was one of like the most wondered about weapon designs before they were like confirmed to be in the game. It was like, is this an ogre hunting horn in? Did they screw up my ogre hunting horn? People were very cross. That was a bad position. No, it's supposed to be backside. Oh well. Actually thinking of continuing your portable third gunner playthrough, you should. Interesting that health boost only heals you once. I wonder how that works. I don't really get it. I did one heavy bowgun hunt so far in this playthrough, and I really liked it. We had a lot of fun with some of the explosive shots, which I guess makes sense. Explosions are fun. Would you please die? Got scared. Thought he was gonna hit us there. Boy. Here comes the choke. To do a long move like that, except he turned his head away from us. You need to turn your head towards us and then do a long move. That works. You can stop before entering high rank. High rank isn't bad. I think I'm learning that you really probably should farm up some early high rank weapons and materials, because doing this with low rank gear is kind of a slog. Stop it. Go away. That was poor decision making. No. Oh. I thought he was trying to limp away. I guess I forgot there was not another area for him to limp away to in this game. Nope. Got us. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quickly. I'll be right back. And we'll keep going. We would car at the half an hour mark. I guess that's something where with Hunting Horn, you can't always be going for playing songs like I want to be. We gotta kind of just get in single individual hits while keeping songs queued up so that when those bigger openings occur, you can take advantage. That's something to practice, is that balance of patience. He's probably going to stay up in area 10. He might even be asleep. So what we're going to do is pop a pill. Let's get our movement buff active. And then queue up the attack song before we go in. How long am I streaming for? We'll go for another hour or two, I think. I have some stuff later on I have to do. I have to go grocery shopping and cook something for a potluck I'm going to tonight. But we'll stream for a little while longer. I don't have anywhere to be in the next few hours. Oh, of course the Arzros would be here. Okay, what did I just say about not always going for recitals? Just one hit at a time. Get the backside to come out the way I want it to. That was supposed to be back slam. Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting those to come out that way, the way I want them to. I'm trying to do the whole Q-tabs thing where you flick the stick the direction you want it to face and then pull off the neutral input for the back slam. It's giving me trouble. One hit at a time. Are we out of potions? I think we are. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Over half an hour of blue draw. Goodness. So much sponge for you guys in the chat. Well, looks like we have some work to do with Hunting Horn in some ways. But we have cleared Royal Ludroth with it. I think there's something that, if you play some games where they're not ultra strict or where you have decent gear for a while, you don't always practice the patience and respect that you need for for taking on monsters for long periods of time. Like with a fight like this, you can afford to throw out goofy attacks, but only if you're going to have a shorter fight. If you have good enough gear where you're not going to stretch this out until 35 minutes. If you're stretching this out until 35 minutes, you have to play pretty cleanly. And that's something that, unless you're playing like G-Rank Unite, you don't really practice all that often. Or if you're speedrunning, I guess. But it's a little bit different. I don't know. The fact that you have limited healing, well, yeah, that's part of it. I guess you're right, that was a pretty big blue droth. Gold crown large. Yeah, when you're looking at your limited healing, you're looking at how long it's going to take you to kill the monster with the weapons we have right now. Something where you kind of have to go, okay, well, I have to play really cleanly if I don't want this to go to, like, last hit scenario like that. Granted, we have one more card, but you don't really want it to get to the last card. And it's funny to feel that way about Ludroth, because, like, it's an early game monster, right? But if its health pool is big enough and you have to outlast it, well, tricky. What are we going to do next? We could do Kurapeko or Great Jaggy. We could do a Great Jaggy real quick. Be kind of fun. We're going to try doing Great Jaggy with dual swords, I think. And we're going to do the double Great Jaggy. Hopefully I won't regret that. Have the Ignactor duels farmed up, which are super cool dual swords. Not the highest raw, but decent element. Really good affinity. No slot, though. So we do drop out of attack up large. Ooh, I think I probably still have guard decorations in. That probably didn't do us any favors. Yeah, I had a bunch of guard decorations in the whole time. Oh, dear. Well, we are going to remember that before we go back out again. Guard +1 did us a lot of good on Hunting Horn. Need more Carbolite ore. I suppose now that we have access to the high rank maps, we could probably go out and gather at them pretty easily. I'm okay with just coming from the farm though, while we're doing other quests. I wonder if you can craft dung pods out of fertile mud. I feel like you probably can. Dung pods, dung bombs. Okay, let's go change out this armor set here. For one that does not feature guard +1. Okay. Double Great Jaggy with dual swords. I feel like some weapons will probably have a tougher time with double Great Jaggy because they jump all over you along with their minions, but duels moves quickly enough that I feel like it'll be kind of fun taking on two of them at the same time. At least some of the time. Hopefully they won't be on top of each other the entire fight. Need anything else? I don't think so. Does this take place in the desert in the daytime? Nope, plains at night. Just in case. Fargo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream this morning. Hope you're doing well today. All right. Vid Lezinez. Thanks for the follow as well. Always nice to have more people here enjoying Monster Hunter. Talk about Monster Hunter. Alright, let's find those Jaggy. think they usually will start off in like one or in the central area or in their little canyon. So we'll head up towards there. Starting to get the hang of duels in this game. I kind of like them. I definitely like Freedom Unite's duels a lot, though. So it's kind of hard to top that for me. These are the duels that I learned with. Nice. Didn't realize you could get off that combo if you're already in the combo there. When your Demon Gauge runs out. Oh, bummer. Hey, at least it turned into it. Oh, and the other one's here. Okay, time to play more carefully now. For what they lack in HP and damage, they make up for in their low animation moves. I think that Jaggy just took off. We should call these Jagia first. These things have pretty low health. Nice. We'll give him a minute, so maybe he'll go to sleep. Make him stand up and do a demon dance combo when he wakes up. Okay, I want these carbs. Get back here. Yeah, getting high rank Jaggy parts actually isn't a bad thing, because the high rank Jaggy armor is pretty decent. Gives you both crit eye and attack. I feel like crit eye isn't especially useful yet in this part of the game, just because you still don't have weapons that have excellent affinity and decent raw. You mainly have some that have kind of subpar raw, but with some okay affinity. Stamina recharge there. turn, please. Kind of did. Oh, screw the inputs there. Other one's got us. Probably should watch my health. Getting a little lower. I was doing some reading about Frontier's dual swords because I'll probably try those out on the next stream we do for Frontier. It's really interesting. They have a couple different kinds of demon mode. In one of them, your health drains instead of your stamina down to 1 health. It won't kill you, but it'll take you all the way down in exchange for much more damage than regular demon mode. Kind of an interesting concept, almost kind of like a feline heroics. We already carved this guy? We did. Take that shiny he dropped. I don't know where he goes if he can't come to sleep here. Maybe out to the main area? Hello, Fess. Welcome to the stream. Just doing some calm portable third hunts. Oh, calm, I don't know if that's totally the best descriptor, but just doing some nice portable third hunts. Yeah, there he is. These Jiki are really annoying. All of their hits give you a nice tumble. This map is cool. Every time I see those shooting stars, I think of Valstrax, but it's definitely not. It's just shooting stars. Okay, we've done Great Jaggy with dual swords now. Why don't we do a Kurapeko next? Do Kurapeko with almost anything, really. We've only done it with sword and shield. I think he's weakest to ice. What do I have a good ice of? I have a good ice lance. We could do it with lance. Use our guard set again. Anytime now we can get a charm with 2 slots, that'd be awesome. It would let us get attack up large on any of our sets. Or with any of our weapons, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, why don't we do Kurapeko with Ice Lance? Get to use the Barioth Lance, which is always fun. I've actually fought Barioth in this game in a little while. Did I carve the second one? I don't remember. Thought I did. You know, I guess Great Jaggy don't give as many carves as regular monsters do. So that could be why. Okay. Put on a lance set with guard. Switch over to that tusk lance. Cool, we can still equip our attack up decoration, which is nice. Cool. Get some farming done, then we'll go and fight Kurapeko. Did I unlock Shovel Face? You can't, Los? No, we're nowhere near that part of the game yet. Nope. We're going to be progressing through this game's high rank quite slowly, because we're taking our time. We are fighting all the monsters in high rank with every weapon before we progress to the next quest rank. So right now we're in the first part of high rank. I think there's 3 or 4 different quest ranks, and we're in the first of 3 or 4. Still using a lot of low rank equipment. This is low rank armor and a low rank lance. I feel like I probably need to start crafting up some of the iron options for the weapons for matchups where we don't have a proper element matchup, or for a weapon where element isn't super important, like Greatsword. Probably could serve to take care of some of those so that we're not just chipping away at them with low rank raw. Take a look at those real quick. So some of those weapons we're going to be more reliant on raw are probably something like, I guess lance we have a lot of element ones crafted already, but something like Greatsword, hammer, hunting horn maybe. Let's take a look again at the bow guns and the bow. The bow we might need to go ahead and go every way to craft up some elemental options. Raw bow isn't that good on its own, much less the first raw bow you can craft at the beginning of high rank. Probably worth investing in some elemental bows. I like that about these games, is that while you're working towards a goal, like, oh, I want to kill the Kurapeko with all these weapons, like, you have to go out of your way to get a laundry list of weapons, like, well, I need this weapon for it, I need this weapon for it. And so you go out and end up fighting more stuff than you would normally. It just feels good, having those sort of domino of hunts. Okay. Let's take a look. What do we do for the Greatsword? We have the Jawblade, which is 190 in the slot. Or we have the Brazen Wall, which is 200. And the Carbolite Sword. Carbolite Sword's probably the best option for us. The Jawblade has more raw, but bad sharpness. We might need the extra slots to set build in early high rank. Not the most exciting looking, but we can probably save up for that. We just need 3 more Carbolite. Longsword's another one where I don't really have any good elemental options for it. 190 with a bunch of green and 2 slots looks pretty good. What do we need for that? I guess we have everything we need for that one. We just need money. Bad sharpness just sucks so hard to play with. Yeah, I'm not about it. Sword and shield, we do have we have some decent choices. I've crafted up almost everything I can craft up as far as sword and shield goes at this point. Duels also. I think we have a good hammer already. So this is one of the weapons where we've already crafted up a good high rank option. Gun lance isn't probably going to be an element based weapon, so we might want to go ahead and do the ice emitter, but man, that's not good. That's not good sharpness. Good raw, but bad sharpness. We'll wait on that one for now. This is a good switch axe, I remember. That's a cool one. Really good sharpness too. I wish the Gen weapons had better sharpness. It's also a water switch axe from Gen Marine instead of a dragon one. That's interesting. Huh. Alright. Let's see, do we unlock any new guns? We already have the Arzuros Rumble gun. I really enjoyed using this, so we'll probably keep going with that. What about light bow gun though? Bandit's Rage and the Hunter's Rifle. Might be better than our God's Isle is right now. We'll have to take a look when we do the guns. Oh well. Okay, Kurapeko with Lance.
Hi.
This is a quest where we're gonna really want dung pods. I don't have any. I wonder if the trader has any. I'm gonna go look and see if the trader has any.
Hi.
Just because that'll make this quest so much easier to run. Please.
Hi.
Yes. Yes. We're saved. I will spend $1,500 on 100 dung bombs. Sure. Can Verb call Pickle in this quest? I don't think so. I don't think yet. Anyways, there we go. Got a bunch of dung now. That's good.
Hi.
At least the last time I ran this quest, it did not call a pickle. I haven't seen a pickle yet in this game. So I think the two weapons that we're looking to craft up next are probably that Carbolite Greatsword and the Bone Longsword there that we're looking at in the boxes. It is a bummer that they still only have like decent green sharpness, but that's where we're at in the game for the time being until we get out of this quest rank. Weird that we spawned at base camp. So we do have weakness exploit, attack up small, and guard +1. Pickle's in this game? He is, yeah. Yep. 3rd gen was the generation he was introduced in. This is the 2nd game he was featured in. This is the first handheld game that Devil Joe was in. I like his walk cycle so much. Look at the way his head bobs forward. I love it. He's such a good monster. Let's kill him. Oh, I wasn't ready for the 4th one. Bummer. He's a chicken. Young Cuckoo's more of a chicken. He's a goose. This is the untitled goose of Monster Hunter. Oh, he doesn't have a big roar. I forgot. We're gonna have to be a little careful because he does deal decent damage to us. Yeah, don't. Yeah, he does really decent damage to us. Don't counter that. Oh my lord. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Goodness, I know I can hop backwards through those, so that needs to be what I do in answer to those attacks. That was rough. That was a Ludroth call. Great. We got the dung. We'll be okay. Bazable, you can tell the different calls. I've never been able to do that. Well, that's going to make things significantly harder now that we have less health. Our fire resistance shouldn't be bad either because we have almost all Rathalos gear on. I guess we have one bit of Jaggy, but even still. Just gotta think through our options with Lance. You guys get to hear a lot of myself thinking through what I can do to get better at this game. I don't see the Ludroth. I see Bolfongo here now, which is great. Yeah, you can really easily evade through those as long as you're not already in the middle of a combo. I wanted to hit the bird. Oh no, it's a purple Ludroth. Alright, we're gonna dung him immediately. I think he just buffed the Ludroth. I didn't know he could do that. What a cool monster Kurapeko is. He's gonna be a handful to deal with Lance. That reverse hitbox though. Bad situation to be sitting in. Oh lord. Oh no. Our defense is so low. We might have to craft up some high rank armor. Okay. At least he left for now. I'm not gonna follow you over there. I don't wanna go by those Bolfongo. You come here. Fine, never mind, you convinced me. He buffed the Bolfongo and himself. Oh, I picked the wrong option. Again. Too soon on that evade. Although we were able to actually counter and get out of the way in time. Let's try that again. Oh, it depends which part of the move hits you. He's a bard, he is. A bird bard. Both just hopping around together. It's fun. Oh, I probably should have paintballed the bird that can fly. These Bolfongo have remained surprisingly non-aggro. Okay, we have the tools. We can handle this guy. Yeah, that hitbox is pretty fun. You ever see him do that tails fight? We should probably always try and go for a block of some sort. Projectile vomiting. Alright, where are you off to, Kurapeko? Going to the coast. The Kurapeko experience. Instant. Alright, I probably should be ready to counter that last one if I see him start to fly. We can definitely get our counter to come out in time. Have to expect that to hit us. Oops. Ooh. Frames from that transparency. Ah. Should guard advance through the wind pressure. But then it doesn't hit us? That's so goofy. Oh, that feels nice. Nice dunk. Yes. We hit, I think, one of his wings there somehow. Yeah, go ahead and dance. I wasn't gonna get the stop him anyways with the bouncing. Nice. Definitely did well against him in that area, and he left just as Ludroth showed up. That was a good turn of events. Trip. Okay, should be ready for that. A little more. We could probably counter him right out of the sky if we wanted to. Airbend that Ludroth here. Oh, almost got ready for that one. Those intense counter sessions against this tail. Oh, this is a fun monster. No, I hear you. I hear your poison mushiness. God darn it. Go away. Jesus. Nope, I wanted a lance charge, but that's okay. Yeah, I feel like ever since they added more inputs than just the charge to the lance charge input, it's made it a little tougher for it to come out consistently. Maybe I'm just bad. Let's sharpen up. That little stalactite almost got us, or stalagmite. I don't think I would have been ready if he'd flown back there, but I would have been ready a second after he flew back. I was thinking about it that time. We just sharpened. I wouldn't need to worry about that. We will probably go ahead and apply the Might Seed again. Hopefully the Ludroth is not just down here. It probably isn't, but you never know. I will be ready with my dung cloud, or dung bomb. Imagine if we hadn't gotten those at the shop. It would have been a very poor time indeed. Go away. Also, just while we're thinking about it, I'm gonna paintball the Purpeko. So much damage from that Ludroth. I kind of like dared to hope, even just a little bit, that the paintball damage was going to be enough to stagger him out of that Sing, but it was not, unsurprisingly. Oh, and now he's leaving. Great. Don't go to the same place. Okay, for once they did not. For it. Bummer. Nope. No, no, no. Yeah. Gotta be so careful. It does so much damage. That's 2 carts. That's not good. It's tough because you want to get in there and be aggro on him to stop that Sing, but not like that. I guess I should probably just use the big barbecue spit in the farm. rather than spending time on my hunts roasting the steak. I like that the torch actually flickers on the box there. It's a very small thing. It's not very advanced lighting, but I don't know, I appreciate it all the same. For some reason, I was expecting a Ludroth when I came out here. No, stop it. Thank you. Alright, I'll be right for that sale. No, stop it. Alright. Ready for it that time. Uh-oh. Somehow we got out of that safe. Don't do it. Stop. Oh, he called him. Kalia Lee, thank you for the follow. It's appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. No sing. Hey, we got the healing instead. I like that mechanic. You can steal his buffs. I'm not gonna attack him while he's down right now. I'm gonna try and sharpen. Don't you dare go. Okay, so he's here now. I thought he was gonna go try and sing in the loading zone. I was gonna be mad. I like purple Ludroth's scales. They look cool. I wish the Ludroth armor was cooler looking. It didn't look like a parka. Okay, Echo is limping. That's cool by me. Hopefully they don't go to the same place. They might. This is Monster Hunter. No, okay. Right, Kurapeko sleeps in 7 and 8. Or goes to 7 and sleeps in 8. We're good. What mix has YouTube taken us to? Mindful Vibes, episode 15. Okay. It's not bad music. Nope. 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 If we triple now, I will be a very, very sad hunter. Maybe you charged it a bit better. I don't know if I've carved any high rank Bullfongo yet. Doesn't matter. Got plenty of raw meat. Alright, I'm gonna let him go to sleep. I think I probably didn't bring any pickaxes, did I? Nope. Maybe I should leave those in my inventory after all. I don't know. Wait around here for just a second. Oh, maybe not. Oh well. Nice. Oops, I missed the evade. Nice. Sub 30 minutes. It's funny that my bar for success now in this game, doing the high rank hub solos, is at sub half an hour. Cool. That went okay. I'm not super happy with the 2 carts, but I mean, it's just a couple mistakes and you're dead. Felt like we got used to responding to Kurapeka's moveset pretty well with Lance, which he's not too bad of a monster, so I guess that makes sense. We gather bones? Yeah, let's gather some high rank bones. Bone. Whatever. Really like that Lance. It's a shame they didn't update all the textures for the PS3 release of this game. Oh well, at least somewhere. What monster that's supposed to be in the quest clear symbol? This is the first time you've seen that monster? You like it? It's interesting? Yeah, that's Kurapeka. Kurapeka is only in the 3rd generation of Monster Hunter games. So that's Monster Hunter Tri, Portable 3rd, and then 3 Ultimate. He hasn't appeared in any of the ones since then. But he is really cool. He's a cute bird. And when he does those songs, he can do a variety of different effects. So sometimes he'll heal himself and he'll have like a green note coming out. Sometimes he'll be trying to buff his attack, and other times he'll call monsters to the area. I don't know about what happens if you interrupt him calling a monster to the area. It'd be nice if it told the monster to stay away. But when you interrupt either the healing or the attack buff, it actually gives you the buff if you're able to stagger him out of it, which is kind of cool. Really nice idea for a fight. More whetstones, more dung. Craft some more mega potions. I haven't played or really seen much of the 3rd gen yet, so that's why you haven't seen it. Yep, that would indeed be why. What games have you played? Kalioli. That was a really cool fight? Yeah. It's drawn out because we're in low rank gear and this is a high rank, these are high rank quests we're doing. So you get to see a lot of the mechanics of the fight, which is neat in its own way. All right, next up, we'll probably do Purple Ludroth, so we'll fight that guy who was just intruding on the quest there. I'm keeping a document. Basically, what we're doing right now is we're trying to go through all these high rank hub fights with all, what are there, 12, 13? 12 weapon classes there in this game. I think there are 12 weapons. Hey, Alpha, good to see you. Play World mostly, but we also have 4U and GU. Nice. There are 13 in this game. What did they add? Yeah, there are 12. Yeah, there were 11 in Freemium Night. They added Switch Axe in this game, which brings it to 12. You're losing it. Me too, Alpha. Don't worry. Don't worry. Me too. So we're doing all the high rank hub quests with all 12 weapons each. So we're going to be fighting Kurapeka with a lot of different weapons. Not all in a row, though. To try and spice it up, we're going to switch things around. But anyways, I am keeping a... Is that not it? Maybe it's MH Portable 3rd. Yeah. I'm keeping a Google document of our clears, and I just put down that we finished Kurapeka with Lance. Don't know my own chat commands. That's cool. Good way to get used to using all the weapons. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Right now we're in kind of a weird spot where we just started and I haven't upgraded our low rank armor to high rank armor yet. The skills on the low rank armor are pretty good where we have weakness exploit and attack up large. But the defense is killing us. Definitely getting hit up by a lot of monsters you wouldn't expect to get hit up by. But it does make some of these lower level fights like Ludroth or like Kurapeko a little more exciting, which is fun. I go both ways on it. Alright. Let's see, how much Zenny do we have? We have 10,000, roundabout. Whoops. Carbolite sword. We need 2 more carbolite. Okay. What weapon should we do purple Ludroth with? We've only done him so far with... Switch Axe. I feel pretty confident with Sword and Shield, so we're going to do it with Sword and Shield. Warrior Sword is probably our best bet just for the raw. Although, I don't know. Let's see. Jin is 165 plus 30, so that's 195. That's 195, but true. I don't know. Jin doesn't let us get attack up large, though, so I think we're going to go with the Warrior Sword. Whoop. Make sure I change into my attack set and not my guard set. Made that mistake earlier today. Not again. Where is our attack decoration? Maybe in the lance? Yeah. Okay. I don't think I need anything else. Do we have antidotes? We do. I'm gonna go ahead and grab, or not change equipment, but I'm gonna grab some bug nets and pickaxes to bring with us. Put away all the potions. Just in case we end up by a mining node or something. Can grab some more carbolite, hopefully. Doing this with this game too? I sure am, Uchi. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream, man. It's a really good way to learn all the weapons and craft up lots of different weapons, which is fun. And it stretches out a game that some people would say is really, really short into being a lot longer.
Hi.
I like that.
Hi.
It's only a little maddening. God bless me. Thanks, Uchi. You too. It's not that short. I don't know. I mean, just low rank and high rank. If you picked one weapon class, I don't know. If you picked one weapon class and you just crafted that one class's like decent weapon, like you did one decent weapon in low rank, one decent weapon in high rank, one decent armor set in low and high rank, like you could solo the whole game with like not much equipment. I don't know. It would take so much out of it to not do multiple weapons, not do all the monsters a whole bunch. You appreciate it? Good. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom and then we'll go on this quest. It's not how you play, so you guess that's why you were satisfied. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, if you're just like face tanking it, you could probably get through the game really quickly. Like, I'm sure you could get through this game in just a couple days if you knew what you were doing already. Hello, Lens Os. I don't know what language that is or what that says, but welcome. All right. Off we go. I like Sword and Shield a lot. And this one should have pretty decent stats to take this guy out. He says, Vatic, turn it off. I can see you. Well, hello. Glad we brought our antidotes. We'll need them. We got friends fighting? What? I'm very confused. You're just guessing? Okay, I gotcha. That's fine. I bet he's going to start out here in Area 5. Yeah, I wonder if it was the right call to go with Raw instead of Element in this fight. I feel like Jin and this sword probably have about a similar amount of green sharpness, but this will let us both have the same amount of... I guess the damage calculation is probably not quite that simple. I guess, actually, yeah, if you did 30 element damage on every hit, it probably would outweigh some of the motion values from a raw sword and shield, so maybe I made the wrong call. I love Ludroth. I mean, he kind of beats me up right now, to be honest, in high rank here. But I really like his fight, and purple is one where I really like him. Pink Ludroth? Yeah. Purple Ludroth, who is pink. Named more for his poison than for his coloration, I suppose. Okay, you need to stop. Try and roll that. There's so many big attacks that come out from these low rank monsters. Or not low rank, but lower tier monsters. Can't roll very many of them. Not very fast. Would you like it better if it was called Pink Ludroth, Basil Boy? I think I might, actually, to be honest. I think if you go back far enough, you can probably find some streams where I accidentally call it. Or you probably can't find them anymore, but if I had saved all my streams and you went back far enough, you could probably find some streams from like a year ago where I'm playing like 3 Ultimate and I'm calling it Pink Ludroth. There we go. Why did I pick this guy? We're just trying to go through all the quests in this lowest quest rank here. I'm trying to keep some variety. So I'm not just doing only Kurapeko for a whole day. I'm doing multiple monsters, and we'll go back and forth as we want to. Pink is a cute color. Pink has honestly became my favorite color over the last couple years, I think. I'm just very scared of that poison shot. Only Arzuros. I mean, we did do only Arzuros for a whole stream, which is part of why I'm doing this differently. That was more because I think Arzuros was a good fight for me to kind of learn the controls for each of the weapons on. We weren't trying to adapt to all that much or anything. We're gonna get squashed. We didn't get squashed. Especially Yogurt Pink. Don't know what to call it. Yeah. Gert Pink. Gert Ludroth. That's way too big. I should have blocked. Guess you're a Gert Goblin in some way after all. Yeah. You like Gert Ludroth. Squeezes Gert out all over you. That's fun to roll. He's turning us into him. He slowly does that, yeah. I solemnly swear, chat, I will not turn you into coffee. Oh, where's the last attack? Not the best positioning in the world. Nice. Well, if you already are coffee, then I might drink you. Look out. We really like coffee here on this stream. We are a coffee-themed stream. Oh dear, multiple members of chat are already coffee. You'd be surprised, not everybody likes coffee. Close, but not everybody. I think Sword and Shield has somehow become the weapon I'm most comfortable with in this game. Purge the heretics. No, can't do that. That's mean. Did you see that? We got sucked back in. It was the Gert suction. He was squeezing out so much Gert by rolling that the suction like pulled us in to replace the Gert that had been blown out. Only person in your immediate family that drinks coffee? It's too bad. It's really fun getting to go places and enjoy coffee with people. My girlfriend doesn't drink coffee, but all the rest of my family does. Oof, didn't evade it that time. I'm happy that's our first poison of the whole match, though. Oh, God. Oh, man, things go so badly, so quickly. Thought you'd be able to stay for a bit more, but you gotta work. No sweat, Uchi. I'll see you around. I don't know that I'm going to be streaming tonight, but I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. Probably during the day and the evening if I can help it. Cheers, dude. Oh, I'm chilly. I'm keeping my window open so I can have the PS3 on without worrying about it overheating. It's making it cold in here. Oh, no. You guys didn't see that. At least you have friends who drink coffee with you? Yeah. Yep. Me and I got my old roommate into coffee. We still go out and have coffee with each other. Otherwise, it would be a sad life. Yeah. I really like getting to make people coffee. That's one of my favorite things. I've worked at a cafe, and then the place I work now also has like a coffee bar. A really nice espresso machine, so I get to make people some good drinks, which makes me really pleased. So one of my favorite parts of most days is getting to make people coffee. Chat, if I could make you guys coffee, I absolutely would. Like if y'all were actually like clustered around watching me play Portable Third, I would take breaks to make you guys some cups of coffee. 100%. Hope you guys like black coffee or almond milk. I guess I have some almond milk you guys can have. All right, Ludroth. Tomorrow I take Affogato back to the vet for a checkup. He's much, much bigger now. Yep, I knew we were going to get hit there. I should have blocked. Alright, let's not get rocked and rolled. By yet another Ludroth combo. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? I like run at him like, oh, I'll never get hit by the projectiles if I run straight into him. It's like, that's true. It's not a net benefit though. Broke his crown just now too. Why no cat? We're just soloing. I guess we could have the cats for these kinds of clears. I don't know. What we're doing is we're taking on every monster with every weapon. So we're going to be fighting Purple Ludroth 12 different times. And kind of the whole point is to get better at the individual weapons I'm playing, not so much to just clear the quests. So I'm trying to really focus on like just dealing with the monster using only the weapon. That's why you never get to see any cute cats on the stream. I do feel bad leaving them at the farm though. If we were just farming for something, I'd be okay bringing them out. But while we're doing our actual like clears for the challenge, I like just doing just the weapon. How are you doing today, Pumpkin? I know, sad cat. Oh, bummer. Missed the finisher. Whew. Just chilling and doing some homework? Nice. Well, I'm happy that you get to watch some Monster Hunter while you do that. That sounds nice. Whenever I have tedious, well, I don't know about tedious, but whenever I have like work like that to do, I generally like to sit down and watch something at the same time too. Doesn't happen super often these days, to be honest. I don't have lots of paperwork to do for any particular reasons. Okay, we're not going to run into his face this time. Look at me, not running into Ludroth's face directly. I lied. I get so freaked out by the poison bubbles. I don't want to hit them, and so I roll like directly into him. Yeah, good news. I get to fight him, well, 10 more times after this one. We already did Switch Axe. Now we're doing sword and shield. But yeah, by the end of it, hopefully I won't run into him anymore. Exactly. That's the whole point. It's like, hey, hopefully by the end I'll be intelligent enough with the fights where I won't just run into things like that. He's probably gonna go to the waterfall, which is fine because I want to carve his tail. It does also mean you get lots of materials, so making a lot of different weapons and stuff isn't too bad. You usually end up with a little bit of everything. Aside from the poison, you have yet to see a difference from normal Ludroth. There's not a whole lot of difference. It's mainly the poison. When he charges at you from across an arena, he does do it slightly differently, I think. But only slightly. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's some real comedic timing to how that gets cut off. I probably need parts from these guys anyways. I think if we take long enough here, he'll actually show back up here. I've had that happen before. I've finished buffing and everything, I go to leave and he just appears right in the entryway. There, I didn't screw it up this time, chat. I know how. The monster running at you with that happy music in general was beautiful, yeah. These games are really special. Okay. Let's go fight a Ludroth. Should not fight him in the loading area. Come on out. I'm not going to fight you in there. Nice. Oh, I sheathed and I meant to do the sharpen. Oh well. Triple? Yes, perfect. Hello, Kaiser. Gonna do some Monster Hunter World later? Probably not today, but definitely in the next couple days. We're gonna be doing... We're definitely gonna be doing pretty much an even mixture of this game, Monster Hunter World, and Monster Hunter Frontier. Okay, I was gonna be mad at the Jaggy, but how can you be mad at Jaggy knocking over the purple Ludroth for you? That's great. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing some World this week, don't worry. I think tomorrow there will probably be 2 streams. Today I think it's just going to be this one portable 3rd stream. Ow. Let's probably heal. Frontier, yeah, Dirt Crack. We're trying to learn it. I think next stream we're going to be trying to take on, what is it called? Exotic Nargacuga? Or Nargacuga just isn't exotic in Frontier. We're going to be trying to take on Nargacuga for the first time, really? With Lance, or Sword and Shield, or dual swords. See how it goes. You actually really want to try out Frontier before it's closed. It's not bad to set up, it's really not, and it's free too. If you check out the Taiwanese version, it's totally free right now. I will send you a link in the chat if you want to a site that has really good guides for how to do all of it. It's the guide that we're following ourselves on the screen. For ourselves. Servers are free until HR 100. Oh, okay, could be. I don't know. I know whatever restrictions used to be in place, I think have been lifted because of the game shutting down. This is bad. Or maybe it is just lifted until HR 100. I don't know. Do you play Frontier regularly, Dirt Crack? Not anymore, I gotcha. Yeah, it seems like the kind of game where, just like many of these games, once you've played through a lot of it, it would either take a long break or just Yeah, pretty much just it would just take a long break before you'd be ready to go back and do it again. If you really sink a lot of time into it. I'm not gonna fight you in there. Those Jaggies getting that topple was pretty great. Oh, that's not great though. Early stream. Yeah, Gecko, hello. Good to see you. Jesus, that Ludroth really almost screwed us. Oh no, I thought he was rolling over. Oh, monk ass. Gotta chug it. Getting bullied by a purple Ludroth. That move is terrifying. I don't know if regular Ludroth has that move. I think he does. That move is easily the so bad. Easily the scariest thing you can do, I think. God damn it. Why are we so bad at this game? You got purpled? I got really purpled. Jesus. That's honestly the worst we've done all fight. Yeah, how have you been, Gecko? Still enjoying Destiny and, what was it? Guild Wars 2, I think? Where my evade was supposed to come out there, but didn't. Playing D2? I don't know what D2 is. Is it Darksiders 2? Also, Twitch is still fixed, so that's good. Good. Oh, Destiny 2. I don't know why D2 confused me so much. I'm glad Twitch is fixed for you still. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this move. This move I really have a hard time dealing with. I almost always run into either the poison or him. I think I just need to start running away instead of towards him. Only D2 is Diablo 2. I've heard the game that starts with a D and is a sequel. Daytona 2. I should have rolled or... Oh, God. That... I need to remember about that move. That move you need to block outwards because it counts as a tail swipe coming towards you. Very misleading, that tail. I wonder if Diablo 2 is only playable through the Battle.net launcher. I don't know. I mean, I think there's a version of it on the Switch. That's probably not playable through the Battle.net launcher. I'm sure there are ways. I don't really know because I haven't played Diablo, but I'm sure there are ways to get what you want. To the right first, good to know. What sword and shield is that? No Wrathflow sword and shield. This is the first raw sword and shield from high rank. I think I was thinking about things kind of poorly. I do have the Rathalos Sword and Shield crafted, which is extra dumb. Oh, I don't have my Farcaster with me. That sucks. I do have the Rathalos Sword and Shield crafted, but it's the low rank Sword and Shield. This is our first high rank Sword and Shield that we could craft. So I went with this when I probably should have gone with the Fire Sword and Shield instead. With the Rathalos one, it doesn't have any slots, so we would drop down to attack up medium instead of attack up large. This one has a lot more raw than the Rathalos Sword and Shield, and would let us keep attack up large. So kind of just raw versus element, just kind of a screwy comparison at this point in the game. When the Rathalos one has so much lower raw than this. Element probably still would have outweighed it though, because I kind of forgot when I was thinking about the element hits on every hit, regardless of motion value. So, next time I would probably bring the Rathalos Sword and Shield instead of this one. I did a different, I was like looking at pretty much the wrong way in my head, where I was looking at the Rathalos Sword and Shield that had 165 raw and 30 or 35 fire or something like that. And I was looking at the 195 raw Iron Sword and Shield, and I was like, oh, 160 plus 30, or 165 plus 30 is 195. That's the same as the 195 raw of the raw one. That's not how that calculation works at all. Alright, that was our second cart, so we gotta play careful. Finish him off. Yeah, rip indeed, Gecko. I agree. You'd think after, like, literal just hundreds and hundreds of hours, you'd think I would know. I would know about that. Or know to do that. Castle's always new. I was gonna say, Diablo 2 probably came out before the Battle.net launcher existed, right? Want to do another Diablo 2 playthrough now that 4 was announced? Yeah, I'm happy for people who like Diablo. I haven't played one of those games before. Do I have bombs with me either? I think I left my bombs. Very unprepared hunter today. No Farcaster, no bombs. Oh no. We walked too loudly. He heard us. He always does that move when he limps if he's already in his final area that he limps to. That's about right. He's gonna do it. Yep. Guaranteed. Take 2 of these. Alright, we have to wait and sharpen. This is probably a safe spot to stand. Yeah. No one likes Purple Ludroth. I actually like his fight. It's bad. I guess I like his design a whole lot. The fight is a little annoying. no launchers, but first Diablo had Battle.net multiplayer. Ah, didn't know that. Miranda50, thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream and the Monster Hunter. Always nice to have more people around watching, talking Monster Hunter. Nice, that was a nice trip. It's nice when trips happen like just before you're about to get hit. Oh, I missed that last one. No, you're not supposed to leave here. This is where you limp to. Come back. There we go. Cool. Barely sub 30. Bombs and Farcasters. Things I need to remember for next time. Would love some Carbolite. Nope. Oh well. Give us an awoo? No. Awoo. Only when the awoo song is on can you give an awoo. Used up all of our potions again. So we need to buy some antidotes. Take out some more raw meat. Do we have bombs? We do. Bring those with us. Bring a Farcaster with us. And we're getting there, aren't we? Back when Monster Hunter had no loadouts? Nope. You have a Sword and Shield only, Switch Axe only, and Gun Lance only character. Yeah. I remember you playing through with those, Gecko.
Hi.
Okay. What's next? What's next? I should go back and watch some of your Sword and Shield VODs if they're still up. Take some notes. Alright, so we cleared Purple Ludroth with Switch Axe and Sword and Shield so far. I feel like we could go ahead and do Boldrome. I don't know. With like light bowgun or something. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do Boldrome with light bowgun. When is the kick only run? You're not getting it from me. Or it probably won't be from me. Okay, let's see. I think I might want to look into crafting a different bowgun. The one I have right now is God's Isle, which is super nice when fully upgraded, but we can't fully upgrade it, and it just doesn't have enough ammo for the shots we need. So let's change to our gunner set. Ooh, do we need this gun to get attack up large? Oh shoot, we do. That's not good. Well, let's take a look. The Rastless one should shred Ludroth with the rapid fire. I think we're gonna do Boldrome. We're gonna do Boldrome with light bowgun. You gotta do some more Bold Rum clears still. So let's see, what's Bold Rum? What's Bold Rum weak to? If that matters. I don't think there's even any Bold Rum armor to look at for his elemental weaknesses. Fire, okay. Gecko, do you think you would go with elemental guns from low rank as opposed to trying to make some of these new guns from high rank? I guess that's a lot of extra raw. Doesn't shoot pierce or pellet. Or no, the new one does shoot pierce and pellet. A lot of pellet too. That might be useful. Yeah, that probably is the way to go. Yeah, let's go with that. You're saying, Yi, that I should go with the elemental ones? Hunter's rifle is good? Okay, we'll sell some stuff. And we'll get it. Good starting light bowgun. For the heavy bowgun, we picked the Arzuros cannon. It's super fun. I love how it looks, and it has a lot of pellet. I had not used pellet before, because I didn't really use pellet ever in Freemie Night. Pellet's fun. Especially because I think right before we did pellet in this game, my most recent bowgunning experience was trying to pierce light bowgun a silver Rathalos in World. And it's the first thing, that's one of the first things I've ever gunned in World, and it felt awful. Is pellet spread? Pellet is spread, yes. Last time I did this quest, I accidentally forgot to bring potions, so we were just doing a Bold Run without any potions. Which is actually more hype than you would think when you're using a low rank weapon and low rank armor. Hello, Gino. Welcome to the stream. Doing some Monster Hunter Portable 3rd this morning. I appreciate the howdies. Probably sell some of these Might Seeds so that we can craft that bowgun up. Replace this God's Isle gun. I guess I didn't check to look if it has 2 slots. It probably doesn't, so we probably can't get attack up large with it. Oh, honey. But we'll take a look. We'll have to load up our ammunition after that. Bowgun hunts take me easily twice or thrice as long as a Blade Master hunt to prepare for. Someday I'll probably get used to it. Oh, we need to sell stuff first. My bad. Okay, scraps to sell? Yeah, probably Ignactor? Yeah. Made the Ignactor Lance over the weekend. Sell 2 stacks of those. I'll guess where we need to be. Oh no, I need stuff. I didn't realize I needed Hercudrums and Carbolite for it. That's a bummer. They both come with 2 slots, that's nice. So we will be able to keep our attack up large. Okay. Let me find out where you gather Hercudrums from. We'll do this real quick. Hercudrome. Volcano. Okay. Well, then we shall go to the volcano with our gathering set. And is it a high rank only material? I feel like it might be. Okay, no, you can do low rank, it says. Should be good. Make sure we take out that Farcaster if we didn't already. I feel like we didn't. Nope, we did. Okay. Starting to forget the locations of things in Monster Hunter. Oh no, Gecko. It's okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Gecko. They're in like the woods area of this volcano. I always forget that woods. And then Carbolite, I guess we can't get from here. I probably should have gone on a different quest, but oh well. It'll be easy enough. It's like a bug spot in the middle here that you gather from. If memory serves. Although I think I'm remembering this from 3 Ultimate, so it might not be in the same place in this game, actually. Shoot. There are the bugs. You're not the only one forgetting things, Gecko. Ah. Is there a box out here? I thought there was. I guess there's not. Nope. Must be in Generations. Okay, I want to see if I can. I want to see if I have access to the high rank volcano yet. I don't think I do. It's worth a shot. Worth looking at.
Hi. Hi.
Nope.
Hi.
Okay. Take 2. Brought the goods with us this time. Alright, in theory, this is where we should gather them. We needed 2 of them, I think? Okay, yeah, this is where you gather them. Okay. That's nice. It's like the game was like, yeah, you just reset a whole quest for this here. Have some Hercudromes. How's it going? Pretty good. We've done some good quests. I'm trying to craft up a different light bowgun before we keep going and do one more. I think I'll probably do one more quest before I take a break. But we're going to craft up this bowgun first. So we have to get some Carbolite and some Hercudromes. Hope your day's going well, Rock Spider. Thanks for ducking in and out. Or for lurking. Either one. Okay. I want to see how much Carbolite we need. And if we need any more Hercudromes. I don't think we need any more Hercudromes. I think we only needed 2 or 3 more. Yep, we're all good. That's exactly how many we needed. We need 2 more carbonite. I'm gonna try and get some from mining here. Today you've been traveling? Oh, well I'm glad you're traveling. I hope your traveling is going okay. I assume it's going well enough because you're still here messaging, but I'm glad you're safe. Hopefully having a good time. That's why you've been on and off. Yeah, I gotcha. No worries. Especially if you're the one doing the driving or anything, I definitely get that. I feel like that'd be a really fun way to do a road trip. Is like if you had to drive, let's say, 10 hours in a day, or maybe more than that. I don't know. If you just had to drive a long ways, I feel like if you were on your own and there wasn't anybody who was like waiting on you or like who needed you to go faster, I feel like just driving for a few hours and taking a break and just kind of hanging out at like a coffee shop or a restaurant would be nice for a little bit. Because some people probably do that when they travel. I just kind of gun it until I'm there. Doesn't that sound relaxing? Like, if you were able to take the pace you needed, I mean, maybe it would feel bad towards the end because it would just take much longer if you did that. Like, it would probably feel a little less good towards the end of the trip. But I feel like just being able to take the time you wanted and, like, kind of just, like, lay around and, like, watch a stream for a little bit in between bouts of driving would be really nice. I don't even know if Rock's driving, but I'm just thinking about it that way. I didn't see if we got any carbonite from the mining spot. We probably didn't. Oh. Bummer. Might feel worse, but also might feel better just because you get a bit of a break. Probably depends on the length of the trip. You're in a bus. Well, if you're in a bus, then yeah, I guess you can't really take too much time because you miss your bus. Yeah, finding the right balance for that might be kind of fun. Kalia. Kalila? Kalila. I'm sorry. Yeah, might be kind of fun finding the right balance for that. Okay, now for 2 pieces of carbonite. We could probably use more than 2 pieces. 7 would honestly be good. So I guess we're going to the high rank gathering hall, and then we're going to try and think about which one of these maps that we have access to in high rank is going to give us the most mining ore. Kali Lali? Okay, Kali. Not Kalila. Kali Lali. Alright, I can say either one. I can handle that. Alright, let's see. Misty Peaks. There's not a ton of gathering there. There's some in the cave. There's some in Area 2 where the Jaggy live. That's about it. Sandy Plains, you have a decent amount, I feel like. Flooded Forest is okay. You have some in the big cave. Deserted Island. Deserted Island honestly might have the most. Yeah, I think so. I had to check if you're listening to the stream or your own music. Sounds really similar. Well, cheers. You have a good choice in music. Everyone struggles with it because it's a lot of letters. No worries, Colin. There's not really a there's not really a thing that's gonna apply much to gathering. Hi again, Gecko. Okay. Let's go gathering. Our full leather armor with the chak. This feels very try to me. Feels try, man. Oh, but it's nighttime. That doesn't feel too try. That's okay. Alright, we are here looking for carbolite ore. Found the little GameSpot video of Portable 3rd running on the Vita. Really? Was it just running in like backwards compatibility mode, or you're talking about like there's some kind of weird early coverage of like a port or something? Probably? Okay. I don't know if there was ever a port planned for the Vita. Probably not. I feel like by the time the Vita came out, I feel like they'd already moved on from thinking about making any more releases of Portable 3rd. Which is a shame. Carbolite, please. Preferably 7 of it. Let's see if that's gonna happen. There's 1. I only need 2. I would like 7. So I'm trying to make a great sword that uses carbolite as well. The so-called Vita, the NGP, was that next generation portable? Sony's so weird. Yeah, I would be interested as well. Yay, charms. One of these times I'm gonna get a 2-slot charm and it's gonna be a happy day. Ah, didn't realize this was here. Is there a gathering spot here? There is. I doubt it'll give us carbolite, but you never know. I feel like this is like the dumpy gathering spot where you don't get any good ores. My assumption is kind of correct. Let me go ahead and open that in another tab. Monster Hunter Portable 3 NGP PSP2 Tokyo Press Conference demo. Check out a version of Monster Hunter Portable 3 running on Sony's next generation portable. Interesting. I think it's kind of intriguing that because Portable 3rd was such a late gen release, they used it to advertise the Vita. It's kind of an interesting tidbit. Bofongo head. We're gonna haul the head back with us. I am very tempted to I'm very tempted to get a Vita right now. I really shouldn't, because I don't really have any practical purpose for it aside I want to try and play Frontier on it. Which is a really dumb reason to get a Vita. I should before they keep going up in price. I mean, there's some ones I've been looking at on eBay that are like, you can get one for just over $100 that comes with like a memory card and a charger, and looks like it's in decent condition. And that's really tempting. But I shouldn't do that. Maybe when this next Twitch payout comes in, I'll think about it. Next Twitch payout either is going to go to winter boots, upgrading this computer so hopefully it can run for Ultimate better, or getting a Vita. Dunk times 2, my favorite item. Okay. Let's see if we can get any more carbolite from this last mining spot. Winter boots and buy some winter boots. I meant to say winter boots. buying computer parts for the PC or a Vita. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry if I screwed it up. Tired wrist. I'm always tired. I'm sure that has nothing to do with staying up until 3 in the morning playing video games. Nothing to do with it. Something about this to me is just comfy. Looking up at the moon. Connection error. Yeah, it says that there's I use FTP to transfer my save back and forth from my computer to the PS3 and the PS3 back to the computer to put onto my PSP. Sometimes that FTP has issues while we're playing. We're not actively using any network features of the PS3. Forget, are there any mining spots in here? Guess not. I don't remember if there are any out here either. I feel like there are not. Any mining spots out here? This is such a weird spot over here. This little alcove. Okay, well, we got a couple. Pretty easy to stream from a Vita nowadays. Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen the developments on video out, and that's another reason why I'm interested in it, is it seems like a really, really cool piece of hardware. I could stream for Unite from it. See, the thing is, like, part of that is I'm really tempted to get a Vita, but also, like, I think part of it is that there are no really cool Vita designs. Like, there are some cool color combinations that I've been eyeing, but, like, there's nothing that looks like this. There's nothing that's like a Monster Hunter PS Vita. If there was a Monster Hunter PS Vita, I would own it already. Like, we'd have a Vita. It would have happened like a year ago. Like, that doesn't really matter. But like, if I'm gonna collect a handheld console that doesn't really have like tons of utility for me, like the Vita is just like a nice upgrade. It's like, I don't know, if it doesn't have like a really cool design for like a collectible kind of reason, it's harder for me to think about picking one up. You're glad you got your Vita? It's double the price now. How much did you pick yours up for? I think I remember them going for like well under $100. It seems like they're going up in price. So it probably isn't a bad time to buy them. Okay, we can go ahead and make our bowgun now. Yay! Oh, we should upgrade it. Oh, it got a new one a year ago. I got you. I'm only looking at used ones. I'm not really looking for new ones. You can get used ones for like that look like they're in decent condition for around $100. I don't know what new ones are going for now. Probably nothing cheap. Okay. Equip that nice new hunter's rifle. Look at that boy. Nice big gun. Okay. Now what do we need for this? What are we gonna fire out of it? We're gonna fire normal 2, pierce. We're not gonna do pierce at all. I'll probably bring normal 1, 2, 3, pellet 1, 2, and then clust. Just for fun. And then what's the combination? Pellet level 2 is Huskberry and Wyvern Fang, which we have a lot of, so we can probably bring those with us. You don't trust sellers here with used consoles? Gotcha. There is decals for the Vita if you're into those things. Yeah, I'm not much of a decal person. It's like, it's really cool if it's part of the design already. Otherwise, I'm okay with them just looking clean in stock. Maybe if I found a decal I really liked. Okay, so then we have Huskberry and we have the Wyvern Fang, so we can get more pellet. Give me pellet 1. Give me normal 2. Don't have any pellets you crafted? Nope. Okay. I guess give me normal 1, just in case. Bring all the shots, really. Last time we ran out of shots and it was bad. Yeah, I might drop normal 1 and I might drop these so that I can bring all on combo books. We wanted the neon orange Vita. They had none, so we had to sell for the metallic red one. I'm trying to decide between the light pink, the light blue, and the orange, and just a black. I have thought about just getting the black. The light pink one's really cool. Get a white one and change the buttons to black ones. That looks pretty nice. Yeah, I've seen some pictures of modded ones on Instagram. They do look nice. Okay. We have Huskberry and Wyvern Fang. We have normal 2, 3, palette 1, palette 2. Let's go ahead and get clust as well. All 3 shots of it. Okay. We have bombs. Let's get a Farcaster just in case. Hey, Parsec. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. What am I doing? I'm taking out a Farcaster. All right, let's go fight a Bullfongo. All this effort to go fight a Bullfongo with light bowgun. It's how it be sometimes. Plus, now we'll have a nice gun to do the challenge with. Doing well? How about me? I'm doing well. It's always nice to stream on a day where I don't normally stream or don't always stream. I'm too broke to hunt the Boldrome. No. Feels bad, man. What did we just hunt a bunch of? We hunted a bunch of blue droth. Sell some of those. That's fine now. Is that the light bowgun? It's bigger than you expected. It is the light bowgun. It does have the power barrel on it, though.
Hi.
There we go. It does look pretty big, though. I agree with you. Like I went and accidentally made the heavy bowgun by mistake. I'd be pretty mad. I would reload my save, I think. Actually, really quickly, I want to change our equipment set so that it remembers this gun. Oh, never mind. If you want good ice dual blades early, you can do the event quest with 2 ice bunnies whose name escapes you. Lagambi? Yeah, we could do that. Maybe we will. I feel like I'm going to save off some of the good fights until we actually unlock them in progression, but Lagambi seems like it would be okay. I appreciate the suggestion. Boldrome. Where is he gonna be? I don't have time. Rapid fire is pellet 1. Uh-oh. There's 2 monsters. Rapid fire is pellet 1. That's kind of nice. We'll start with pellet 2 and see if we want to rapid fire things in this one. Brain's starting to forget monster names. Dude, you're too far gone. Oh, God. Hey, buddy. He probably does most of our health with one charge. Yeah, we definitely don't want rapid fire. At least not with two monsters in the area. Did you just leave? You just left! Watch the Ludroth follow us. Yeah, it does look much more like a heavy bowgun. I like light bowgun. Oh. Okay, he doesn't do all of our health bar. I thought it was going to be much worse than that. We got the zooms. So do we want to be close? I guess we want to be close. It seems like it's critting more if we're closer to him. He lose to that. That was dumb. Oh no. I didn't mean to fall over. No! Oh, bad hunter. What are the differences between light bowgun and heavy bowgun in this game besides walk speed? Light bowgun can rapid fire shots and has little hops. I think 2 little hops after firing a shot that you can do behind, backwards or to the right or to the left. Heavy bowgun has siege mode, so you can rapid fire kind of any shot, or you can hunker down. You can fire a whole clip of shots, basically. What's that light bowgun? This is like the default high rank hunter's rifle light bowgun. Just like the default gun. We just needed something that had a little bit higher raw than anything we had from low rank. We're in kind of a weird spot in this playthrough. Really like the Baroth light bowgun. We could probably make it soon. First rank of high rank is weird. Yeah. I think it's weird because you don't really have gear to deal with like the increased HP of some of these monsters too easily. Yet, both in terms of both your armor and your weapons. Like you're kind of stuck with mostly low rank stuff. Or like really early high rank stuff. So it makes it feel like it's a little tougher than normal. Makes you appreciate these fights though. I'll show you off the little hops in a second. So after a shot, you can do 2 little hops like that. And you can do them forward, or you can do them backwards, or to the sides. God darn it, no! You cannot kill us that quickly, it's not fair. You highly dislike that move. Me too. No, don't do it. So scary. We did this last time without any potions with sword and shield. It was very exasperating. Oh wait, it helps if you have shots in your bowgun. No! The peanut gallery over here like, hey, would you like to have less stamina for this fight? I'm gonna murder that Ludroth so hard. Nice sloppy bull drum hunt. You know, as you do. exploding the hog, trying to make some bacon. So I'm going to a potluck tonight. One of my coworkers, who's a good friend of everyone at the rock climbing gym, is leaving to go live in Tennessee and climb in Tennessee. So we're all cooking some food. I haven't cooked in a long time. I think the last time I cooked, I told you guys the story of the really sad eggs. So today I'm gonna try and cook something with bacon. I'm not sure what yet. I'm gonna go to the grocery store after I'm done with this stream and get some ingredients for whatever this bacon dish is gonna be. I've thought about just cooking just straight bacon, just like a giant pile of bacon. I feel like people would eat it. Make some grilled cheese. Dude, I could make some grilled cheese. Could probably handle that. God. That move sucks so hard. He's zooming, he zooms. No! Oh, it's so strong in this game. Yeah, seems pretty alright. So it's pretty good against an ogre. I'm looking forward to fighting some tougher monsters with guns. I didn't really do any of that in low rank, so when I'm learning them in high rank, it will be pretty much without prior experience. Ouch, I should have known better. Oh gosh, so stressful. No, I'm so bad. Eat it anyway. I don't even know if it hit him that hard. There we go. That hit him that time. Oh, we have one pellet one left. Okay. Or one pellet two. We're gonna try the pellet one now. That is so not safe on him. Oh well. Yeah, it's so not safe. I'll take that out of my gun before I die for it. The recoil on some rapid shots is awful. Yeah, I can see that. Good thing we brought combines. Like a good gunner. Good. Supply items. Oh, great. I'm gonna let him come over here, hopefully away from the Bolfongo. Uh-oh. Oh no. No! The reload is killing me. Like in terms of how long it's taking. You gonna play Minecraft for the first time ever? Enjoy. It is an enjoyable game. I don't think it's the reload. I think it's just I'm not making good decisions about how many shots to put into him. Your girlfriend set up a server so you could play together? Have fun. That sounds lovely. Has she played before? Is she gonna teach you? I really enjoyed it when I was a little younger. It's not like a younger game. I played it a lot. So I'm not as interested in playing it anymore, but it's still a really good game. She's gonna teach you? Nice. You are not creative? You don't really need to be creative. There's like a survival game in there too, which is kind of fun. Seems like it's almost dead. I agree. I don't really have capture stuff set up on this account yet. On this character. I really should. I've started getting thunderbugs from the farm not long ago now, so I can start making traps and bringing them with to make these hunts a little shorter. Oops. Bad shot. Oh no. That's okay. He does seem like he's almost dead here. Nice. Only died once. Are you sad, Nova? Is that an impersonation of the Volodrome just falling over? Alright. This has been a fun stream. I like Portable Third. I'm happy we're gonna play a lot of Portable Third. Oh, it's a taco. I thought that was... I can't see. Don't worry about it. I thought that was like a little yellow figure laying on its side crying. Don't ask me how I saw that. That's what I saw. So anyways, if you guys look at our... We have a Google document for this clear challenge as well. You can take a look at our progress. We've added a couple little stakes to each of the monsters from this quest rank today. I can see that's a pie. You need morning sustenance. I had breakfast. I'm going to have pizza and breadsticks for lunch because I have them left over from last night and I'm hungry. Let's see who else is on playing Monster Hunter. I really appreciate everyone coming out to this nice morning stream. We'll probably do a couple streams tomorrow. Hopefully a day stream and a night stream. Now you're hungry? I'm hungry too. Kanta's playing. Mai's playing. Is anyone streaming? Oh, Rosie's playing. We'll go ahead and we'll raid Rosianna. Rosianna's playing just a casual playthrough of Freeman Night today, which is weird for her. She usually plays quite competitively as a RTA runner. Thanks Gecko. I appreciate the heads up. I came back and saw your chat. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow for some more Monster Hunter. I don't know which game we're gonna play tomorrow, whether it's gonna be World or Frontier or Portable Third, but you know, one of those ones. Everyone have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will see you all next time. Cheers, everyone. Peace. Oh, I guess I have to wait until the raid thing's ready. I'll see you guys.